we have to determine what are the gaps. Are the gaps because of existing limitations, or are they because of the technology? And how exactly to use the technology to improve the current situation, for example in this case where we get more customer information, or to really use the technology and help people to superimpose a couch on top of their room and so on. The next part, in terms of, once you have identified a use case, you have to look at what are the costs going to be. And the costs are not always simply economic costs. Important part of the puzzle, yes. Developing the app, or having the type of hardware that is required, all of that. But then there are other costs associated with the technology as well. The furniture example is very simple, but if we go back to what Umar was talking about in healthcare, can we build a system that is fundamentally a step change from our current methods of instruction available to budding doctors? Can VR create, and I'm not saying yes or no, I'm just laying out a question like that. And whatever industry you are in, you could replace healthcare and doctors with the right type of players in the industry. But are we able to create a step change? And at least in the cases of the startups that I work with, we found that more often than not, it is important to start with a smaller problem than to try and impose an entire technology solution onto a very complex system. And some of it follows from Gall's law. You might have heard of it, that every complex system that works properly arose from a simple system that used to work properly. So if you want to build something that is going to be valuable at the right type of cost, start with a simpler use case, a simpler pain point in the customer experience, and go from there. The elements of cost here, as I mentioned, not just the economic cost, but the costs associated with continuous usage of the technology.